Hello, racing fans. Welcome to Delaware Park. I'm your host, JJ Gracie. We'll be watching races from Friday, June 24th, and we had 8 races today. We were off the turf due to the rain that we had yesterday. Our track was wet fast. Interesting day today. We had the 7th race was a 2-horse field. It was a match race, very entertaining. We'll catch up to that later on in the show. The weather here was mostly cloudy, the temperature in the low 80s. We had light wind from the southwest today. So that being said, let's take a look at the first half, the early daily double on Friday. It's for 3-year-old fillies, maiden special weight, gone 5.5 furlongs. Here's how Josh saw the first race leave.
Away and running, taking a nasty stumble at the start was Keen on Jenny. Romantic Comedy came away as smooth as silk. My Gidget Marie is right there in a position to challenge in that second place spot and virtually now puts a neck in third. Keen on Jenny, the longest shot on the board, is in fourth, and Pomme Sauvage rides that rail in last as they pass the 4 furlong point. So Romantic Comedy, with no excuses today, shows the way entering the turn with a sizable lead. My Gidget Marie stays glued towards that rail, virtually starting to pick them off one by one. Keen on Jenny goes wide, and nothing from Pomme Sauvage today. 5/16 to go, and Romantic Comedy has the target on its back and shows the way by 3. Virtually chases in second. Up the fence, My Gidget Marie, and wide is Keen on Jenny. Heads turn for home, and Romantic Comedy still has a cushion of 3 lengths. Pomme Sauvage and that lime cap's trying to close in for the exacta. Virtually's holding down that position at the moment. They're at the 16th pole, and Romantic Comedy still clear throughout at 8-5, and Romantic Comedy was never headed.
Romantic Comedy went off at 8-5, took advantage of his speed in the outside post, give Jamie Ness his first 2 today at his 11th, give Jimmy Rodriguez his first of 4 today, his 23rd, and Romantic Comedy broke his maiden 5:40, 2:20, 2:10, virtually was second, 2:60, 2:20, and Promise of Edge was third, returned 2:40, and the 5 was fourth. Your dollar exact at 5.30, your 50-cent try 7.90. You got a 10 cents back for the super. Second half, the early daily double, claiming 5,000, 2 cents to date, gone 6 furlongs. Here's your break.
Away and running. Good start for Jism Jim and Green Growth. Those are the first 2 to break the line. Linda's Nakia came away a joint third, and Doodle Hopper stays up the rail to now take that third spot away. 7+7 has one beaten, and that's Whirlin' Curlin, who was reluctant to load. They flash down the back of the track, and Green Growth makes play and shows the way a length and a tail. Tracked by Jism Jim, who's 1 spot off the rail, and the rail is wide open for Doodle Hopper to take that second position away. Linda's Nakia is in 4th position, 6 lengths off the lead, which is held by Green Growth. 7+7 second last, and Whirlin' Curlin still trails midpoint of the turn. Green Growth continues the lead. Jism Jim continues the chase, and Doodle Hopper's 3 lengths down off the speed as they get towards the quarter pole. Green Growth still in hand and in command, and passes the 3/16 pole with a sizable margin. Jism Jim is off the fence, up the inside. Doodle Hopper trying to roll late as Linda's Nakia. They're inside the final 200 yards. Green Growth is still leading. Doodle Hopper's going to take another crack, but time slowly ticking away. Jamie won the first 2 yesterday, and he wins the first 2 today.
Green Growth went off a 9-5, drops some allowance to 5,000, gives Sam Crock his first, give Jimmy Rodriguez the double and his 26th, and the winner returned 562.80, 220. Doodle Hopper returned 240, 210. Jism Jim $4, and the 3 was fourth. Your exact to 520, your try 28.70, your daily double a pair of 6 is 760, 10 cent super 37.24. And let's go to the third race, maiden special weight, 2-year-old fillies going 5 furlongs. This is a good one.
Away and running. Good inside speed from Frettiness. There goes Midnight Strikes, who also wants a piece of the early action. And joining that fight on the front is Chickiness, too. So as they settle down in that 4th place position, Super Rocker comes with a full head of steam at the half-mile pole. Tapio has 2 beaten, which is I Know You Love Me, and General JR is out the back. So pace of plenty here. Super Rocker to the outside, and Chickiness rides that rail. Frettiness came away in that 3rd place position and a gap of 2. Back to Tapio, who's getting getting on track. I Know You Love Me was slow out of the stalls. Midnight Strike still in front of one, and General JR is last of all. Past the quarter, and Super Rocker has the lead by half a length, trying to battle back his cheekiness as they turn to the top of the stretch. A good battle brews between Super Rocker, who has a neck in front. Cheekiness fights on for every single yard. Tapio is starting to roll down the center of the track, and now Cheekiness takes the lead, but for how long? Because Tapio's coming up and over the top. Tapio has won it.
Tapio, first time out for Mike Stidham, comes well off the pace down the middle of the racetrack. And Mike gets his first, Angel Suarez gets his 12th, and Tapio broke his maiden $543, $260. And Chick Ness was $260, $260, and Super Rocker was third, $640. The 3 was fourth, your exact of $540, your 50-cent try, $18, your daily double, $10.10, your pick 3, $11.40, while your super 10-cent super was worth $15.81. That'll bring us to the fourth race, Philly and Mare, maiden $25,000, originally on the turf, on the dirt. Here's your start. Here's Josh.
Away and running to a nice level start. Great Devotion floors it from gate 5 to have the outright lead. The favorite Ashara came away well, and Donna Lyrica right there too. So those are the first 3 on settling down. Mask Heroine came away in 4th. A little bit headstrong was Mene Maris towards the inside. 3 Deep is at the gate in the early trailer, La Pua Brass. Around the turn they burn, and Ashara takes the lead to the 3 furlong pole. And here comes Mask Heroine to that pink cap on the outside. Donna Lyrica continues to ride that rail at the gate, tosses his cap into the ring. Menendez has 2 beaten, which is Great Devotion and La Pua Brass. They pass the quarter pole, and Ashara leads the charge at the top of the stretch. The rail is wide open for Donna Lyrica, battling on his Mask Heroine, and now Menendez tries to pick him off one by one, but is 4 lengths down at this one pace, and Masked Heroine takes the lead and kicks for home. Masked Heroine has won it.
Mass Heroin going off at 5-1. Gives Jane Sibeli her second. Carl Sandeno gets her 18th. And Mass Heroin broke her maiden return $13, $340, $240. Shira was second, $240, $210. Donna Lyrica, $220. And your 6 was fourth. Your exact is $16.50. Your try, $19.15. Your daily double, $7.8, $14.40. Your pick 3 was worth $25.45. And your pick 4s were $66.25, 10-cent super, $12.79. That'll bring us up to the 5th race. Claiming 12-5 or non-winners of 4, going 6 furlongs. Here's your 5th. Here's Josh. Here's your break.
Away and running. A good start for First Cadet, but there goes Mr. Fantasy to strike the top. On the far outside, High Five Cotton's also a part of the early mix too, and up the rail comes Moon Launch as they settle down. Shawnee P is also right there, but under stout restraint, and towards the outside the exception has 2 beaten, which is Futile, and No More Talk is last of all. So they pass the 4, and Mr. Fantasy's the leader and shows the way a length and a half. High Five Cotton tracks the speed 1 path off the rail, and First Cadet takes the shortest way around to be in that 3rd place position. Shawnee P a joint 4th with Futile, who stays towards the rail. No More Talk is trying to navigate through traffic, the exception second last, and Moon Launch still brings up the rear. Now the quarter pole passes, and Mr. Fantasy boldly kicks for home and shows the way by 2. Futile is emerging from out of the crowd in a menacing Moon, and Shawnee P is very wide. No More Talk is closing in as they swing for home. Mr. Fantasy desperately clinging to a 1-length lead. No More Talk has all kinds of mid-track momentum, and Futile is battling on too, but No More Talk kicks away at 6-1, and No More Talk's the winner.
No More Talk, splitting horses, drops from allowance to 12-5. Give Ferris Allen his 4th, give Robbie Alvarado Jr. his 2nd. And No More Talk returned $15, $27, $360. Fruitile was 2nd, $660, $380. And Mr. Fantasy was 3rd, $3, and his 7 was 4th. Your dollar exact at $36.30. Your 50-cent try, $89.60. Your daily double, 8 and 4, $63.20. Your pick 3, $68.50. And your super was worth $152.60. That'll bring us up to the 6th race. Optional claiming 20,000, gone 6 furlongs. Here's your start.
Away and running. Good speed for Free Dancer on the outside, who's unopposed in the opening 100 yards. Up the inside, Expensive Style to take that second spot away, and Swing West came away in third. Traveling in fourth early on is Aspect, and last of all, on the wide outside as they flash behind the trees, is American Unity. So it's a close-knit group past the 4.5, and Free Dancer gets over to the paint, shows the way by 3/4 of a length, tracking deep is Swing West, and Expensive Style is right there too with 3.5 furlongs to go. Asbeck continues to save ground in fourth, and nothing yet from American Unity. 3 furlongs out from the winning line, and Free Dancer continues to be the speed, but Expensive Style now given its cue. Swing West has been wide throughout. Fourth place position is Aspect, and American Unity is being eased at the top of the stretch, where Free Dancer hugs that corner at the 3/16 to a 1.5 length lead. Closing from out of the clouds, Aspect is closing with power and pace down the center of the track, and here comes Aspect in a big way. Free Dancer still leading. Aspect is taking giant strides. Free Dancer holds. Aspect lunges. Free Dancer.
The wire came just in time for Free Dancer. Free Dancer ships in from Penn National. He was there last time. He won it today. He wins it 3 in a row. George Mimo gets his second. John Basomo gets his first. And Free Dancer returns $660, $364, and that's okay. Aspect fast closing second, 440, 560, that's okay. Swing West returned 520, and your one was fourth. Your exact at $22. Your try, $23.65. Your daily double 4 and 5, $29.30, and your pick 3, $139.20, and you get a 10-cent refund. Seventh race, folks, will be a match race, and sit back. We're going to go a mile and a half. Josh, give it to them.
Set. The gates are sprung and off they run in the match race in the 7th of the day, and a Shofar at 1-5 comes away with the lead, but it's a short lead at that, as Carol Cedeno has Percher right there poised to challenge. So they point towards the far turn on this first occasion with 1 mile and 3/8 to go. Shofar looking for 3 in a row, with those last 2 wins coming at Park shows the way. It's only half a length, and tracking right there close in attendance is Percher, who raced in a 1.5 mile race last time out at Mountaineer and won by 23 lengths. Is close to the attendance pace too, and the opening quarter was 25.60 seconds. So Shofar trying a marathon distance for the very first time in its career with a ton of back class 2, leads past the stands the first occasion with a lap to go, and that lead is only a neck. And Percher is right there keeping tabs on the speed. They are in close connection under the finish line for the first time. The half posted in 50.37 seconds. So Jamie Rodriguez on 1,770 wins coming into today is the pace setter here at 1-5 on Shofar, but Carol Cedeno continues to be right there, that thorn in his side, as she sits on 1,146 wins, and the marathon campaigner is right there glued to Shofar every step of the way with 3/4 of a mile left to go. So Shofar has done all the heavy lifting, but Percher with a lot of that long distance specialist is right there under a loose rein too, and these two go back nearly where they began. So Shofar's been parked off the rail. Carol takes a look back to see Shofar being in front by only a neck, and she gets a couple of light taps that Percher stays with the speed. They enter the far turn run 3/4 in 1:16.26 seconds. Shofar hasn't been asked yet. Carol continues to shake the reins at Percher, staying towards the inside. 3 furlongs out. Shofar and Jamie Rodriguez sitting statuesque. Percher now gets a couple of reminders to stay with the class that is Shofar, who is slowly slipping away from Percher at the top of the stretch. And Shofar looking for that third win and a lifetime win number 5 now starts to pour it on at the 1 1/4 mile time in 2:08.90 seconds. Percher stayed with Shofar as fast as he could for as long as he could, but Shofar's nicely clear, and Jamie Rodriguez now gets a hat trick of wins today. He won 3 yesterday, and he wins 3 today on the overwhelming favorite, which is Shofar.
Far gallop to the wire, going up at 1-5. Give Jamie Ness his 12th, and give Rodriguez his 25th, and give credit to the jockeys and the horses and to our track announcer here for keeping it competitive. 240. Then you get a refund, 50-cent refund, $5.50 on a daily double. Pick 3, $17.15. and your pick 5 was worth $607.35, a 10-cent refund. That'll bring us up to the 8th in the finale. Maiden 12-5, gone a mile. Here's the last.
The away and running. Good speed from Misspoken. There goes Adriana Espinita, and Lavendel is tapped for speed, and Cinnamon Dream is scampering up the rail as they make this first turn run, and Celestial Diva's behind a wall of early speed. There's 3 across the track near the back half of the field from the inside out. It is what it is all the way, May, and Chalk Hill now takes 6th. Midpoint of the first turn run, and it's a good battle up top between Adriana Espinita off the inside and Misspoken, who has that nose in front. They've kicked away by almost 4, while Celestial Diva has no excuses in that 3rd place position today. Cinnamon Dream is up to the inside, and right there battling is Lavendel, and still the same trio at the back of the pack, including Chalk Hill all the way, May. It is what it is, has to come with a big close through traffic. 4 furlongs to go in the last of the day, and Misspoken still leads, but Adriana Espinita to take another crack at the leader at the 3.5. They've spaced the rest. It's 5 lengths to Celestial Diva, who's a tracking 3rd. Lavendel in between rivals. Chalk Hill goes wide. Cinnamon Dreams at the fence. It is what it is, has to sprout wings from there. The quarter pole fast approaches for Adriana Espinita, who has a 1-length lead. Misspoken is going to try to re-rally. It is what it is, starts to take off in the white cap and looms a winning threat now. They turn for home. Adriana Espinita's exhausted, and here comes It Is What It Is, storming up and over the top. It's a 4-win day for Jamie Rodriguez. It is what it is, pours it on. Misspoken reclaims 2nd. Chalk Hill battles with Adriana Espinita, but it is what it is.
Is what it is, wins the finale. Give Antonio Machado his 1st, give Jamie Rodriguez his 4th, give him his 26th. Is what it is, broke his maiden, return $1024, $260. Misspoken was 2nd, $240, $210. Clark Hill was 3rd, $220, and the 5 was 4th. Your exacta was $12.10. Your 50-cent trifecta was $19.60. Your daily double $5.40. Your pick 3, $12.85. And your pick 4 was worth $103.95, while your 10-cent super $8.22. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Jamie Ness has won 8 races in the last 2 days. He's up to 26. Carol Sedena picked up 1 today, and she is now at 18. Angel Suarez got 1, is at 12. Everything else pretty much stayed the same. Leading trainer Jamie Ness picked up 2 today. He has 12. And that was about the long and the short of the owners and trainers and jockeys. And once again, I'm surprised, but I'm gratified that we were able to give you a good racing card today. $1,058,691. Certainly a good day when we had a match race and some short fields and we were off the turf. So we'll be back here tomorrow at 12:30. If you could stop by, we appreciate it. If not, check us out online. For Elaine Tapman, for Chris Rooney, and everybody here on TV, I'm your host, AJ Gracie. Good night and good racing. We always want to see you in the winner's circle.